Oh, hello, you caught me dabbing. I'm in front of my house, and I'm going to teach you about the electromagnetic spectrum 1. So, this is the crest. That's the height of the frequency. And then the length between crests is the wavelength. Run while you can. As you can see, it tightens, meaning that if you have a seizure, it's going to be a shorter wavelength.
So, we're gonna start with radio waves. They look like this. You probably don't know what this thing is. It's radio. So radio waves have the lowest frequency, but they do have the longest wavelength, illustrated by this thick arrow here, because it is at the very end of the spectrum. The other end, which is where gamma rays are, have seizures toward the end, which means obviously low wavelength. They also have the lowest frequency, which makes absolutely no sense, considering it has the thickest in terms of height, but scientists are dumb just like your lives, so there's probably a difference. Radio waves have a variety of purposes. However, they're mostly used for radios. That's why there's AM and FM, because there's two different types of radio waves. The other purposes are just like your life, because again, they don't matter, and I don't care.
And now we'll provide an example! Today we're learning about microwaves as well. They have the second highest wavelength and second lowest frequency. This is a microwave. You know what else use microwaves? Phones. But don't microwave your Apple on a phone, then they'll both explode like your Note 7 and your social life. Haha.
Safety first, kids! We are trained professionals. Do not try this at home. Science! Oh, hello there. Today we're learning about infrared radiation. Alright! Infrared radiation comes out of remotes! Like this one here! You got a remote and makes light, but only your TV and your camera can see it. Alright! Infrared radiation! Third highest frequency and lowest wavelength. That means it has a lot of waves in 1 second and a bigger wave. Get learn!
Get that infrared light.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
Visible light! The exact middle of the spectrum, everyone. And it has its own spectrum. It's the exact middle. Do the math. I know you're in science, but math is a science. Take that. But yeah, as you can see by my awesome drawing of Mike Wazowski, that's his eyeball. That's how we see visible light, because it's visible.
Now, after visible light, we're going into higher end of the spectrum. We're going to start with the third highest frequency, UV rays. UV rays, standing for ultraviolet rays, are most predominantly coming from the sun. That's also where sunburns come from, and then skin cancer, so kids wear sunscreen. As the name implies, ultraviolet is violet. So if you have a UV pen made from ultraviolet waves, it's most likely purple. It doesn't give you a sunburn though, so do not attack the children or your parents with them to burn them, because that is not going to work.
Ultraviolet rays come from the sun and can sunburn you. to prevent you from getting sunburned, make sure to use sunscreen. To get off the sunscreen, take a shower.
X-rays! X-rays have the second lowest wavelength and the second highest frequency. They're strong enough to penetrate skin but not bones, so we use them to take images of bones if you have a broken bone. They also can cause cancer, and everyone loves cancer.
What's wrong with him, doctor?
Oh no, according to my diagnosis here, sir, your son has broken his legs, no, not his legs, his knees, his wrists, and he lacerated his spine. What did he do?
Well, he got mad crazy and I had to punish him.
Now we are on to the final part of the spectrum, gamma rays. Gamma rays have the highest frequency, which is illustrated by the spastic seizures my hand is having trying to draw them, but they have a wavelength lower than my happiness. They are known as the most powerful waves on the spectrum. They have the capability to kill you if you're dumb enough. I think they can be found in nuclear reactors or something. Ask your science teacher for more information. However, they do not turn you into thick green mean smashing machine here. So do not attempt to go in direct contact with the gamma ray unless you're well protected and you have a death wish and you're ready to die. You fit all of those three, go have fun. This is some healthy gamma ray juice. It is very good for you.
Is it working, doctor?
Don't know! Francis.
Oh my god.
Todos mis sentidos van pidiendo más. Esto hay que tomarlo sin ningún apuro. Despacito, quiero respirar tu cuello despacito. Deja que te diga cosas al oído.